Well, we're at the end of the alphabet. Daryl Zook is a true pioneer in the RV industry who exemplifies its entrepreneurial spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Daryl Zook, KZ of Indiana. Daryl founded KZ in 1972, fulfilling his desire to start his own company building truck campers. Over his decades of leadership, KZ has continued to grow, moving beyond truck campers to produce a full line of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers. Building a solid RV company over more than 40 years is a testament to the long-term vision of a man who has earned the respect and admiration of his peers throughout the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, last in the alphabet, but first in your hearts, please welcome 2019 RVMH Hall of Fame inductee, Daryl Zook.
I don't see the teleprompter, and I do not write notes, so I'm going to wing this, okay? But I too want to thank the RVA Hall of Fame for my being here tonight. I never thought it would be possible. Well, I never even thought about it, put it that way. I never thought about being here tonight. When Daryl called and said that I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I said, yeah, I wonder who's doing this prank. But I said, really? Yeah, he said, really, you are? So I had to believe it. Then the first thing that hit me was, man, I'm going to have to get up in front of all those people and give a speech. I do not enjoy giving speeches. So here I had to sit here through 10 people tonight, and instead of getting it over with earlier, which I didn't want to be first, but I didn't want to be last either. But I've sort of been last most of my life. But going back, it's been a wonderful year, put it that way. I'm going to be 50 this year, and I'm going to have my 70th wedding anniversary, and my mother is going to be 90 this year. I got that turned around a little bit. I'm going to be 70 and my 50th wedding anniversary this year. My mother is 90. So I think I had it in my DNA to have my own business. I didn't know what it was, but I always wanted to have it. I mean, as I grew up, I knew someday that was going to happen. So I lived in Michigan, about 100 miles north of Elkhart, Middlebury. And I got a chance to go to high school in Goshen, Indiana, and I came down and went to school one year, and I got a job building truck covers at that time, back in 70, 71, and running an old gas station, because where I was working, I thought, we were building some truck campers, and I thought, boy, holy cow, why should I work for somebody else when I can build my own truck camper? So that's how it all started. And that's the way the RV industry does. We copy each other every day of the year, so I wasn't out of kilter there. Now, my wife told me a little bit ago, after every speaker, now, especially the ones that didn't talk very long, don't talk very long. So I got to honor what she wants. But one thing I got to tell you, I've got 60-some people here tonight that have made KZ what it is, and I'm very proud of them. Hooray for KZ, guys. Can you all stand up? One thing I miss since I quit, I sold the company 5 years ago to Thor Industries. I worked a couple years after that, but my heart wasn't really in it after I sold. So I finally quit. But one thing I miss very much is my employees. We had great times together, and 90% of the time I was right, but not always. But I use my people very strongly in their jobs. I felt that if they were going to be managers, they needed to have the support of the boss. So I let that happen that way, and I think that's what made it a good company. The other day, I was up in Canada. I can't think of the name of the company, or state, or the Nova Scotia anyways. And I stopped in at one of our dealers. That was a dealer of mine, still is a dealer of KZ. I walked in the door and I says, they didn't know me from Adam. And I said, if I were to buy a camper, what would you sell me? And they got a candy apple store. I mean, you know, it's got all different kinds of units there. Oh, well, the first thing we'd want to sell you, are you looking for a fiberglass unit or a metal unit or something? I said, well, I'm looking for a stick and tin. Oh, well, we'd have to sell you a Sportsman. That's the only good unit out there. So, so hooray for KZ again. I mean, you know, I thought that was great. And that's one thing we tried to do at KZ is build the best with the least amount of money. Now, that made it hard. You know, I had Mel Adams. He sold us air conditioners, overcharged us all his life. Lippert did the same thing. He cheated us many times, but we had a lot of fun in what we did, and I wanted it to be that way. And most, you know, a lot of my guys are still working at KZ, and I'm proud of that. Aram Kapokian took over in my position for Thor, and I think that Aram, I think Bob Martin, I'm not real sure who all got me inducted into this. I think my brother, my sister, and I don't know who else. They never ever told me. Boy, my mouth is dry. But just getting together with them has been a great thing for me tonight. So I want to thank my families here. I have 2 daughters that we adopted back in 72 and 74. And then I have 4 kids that adopted me. They're from Nepal, from Jamaica, the Philippines, and I guess that's all. But anyways, so we got a roundabout family. I've been to 85 countries in my travel, and I enjoy traveling a lot. I lost my eyesight. I can't see very much anymore, but we're still enjoying what we're doing. I want to thank you very much for the opportunity of being here, and keep the things going. Goodbye.
Daryl, thank you very much.